Brambro back with some aircraft carrier survival in the sandbox mode, having started over recently as discussed in the last episode. I've done a couple of missions since the last recording that was kind of more low-hanging fruit of ID missions and plane recoveries, which now that I understand how they work, they go a lot better. And so I've got a main mission down here to destroy some fleets. Going for the, I went for a 4 upgrade point option, and so this is what I got. But we got quite a while before that mission comes open, and so a little optional mission popped up here to destroy a couple of fleets. So I'm going to head in there and do that. One interesting never mind. I was about to say something that was wrong. Let's pop in.
Sir, a new objective is awaiting.
Okay. Do we see any fleets yet? No. Okay, so we just need to find them first. We don't have any immediate combat. Let's go over and see. So over here. We popped in at 2 o'clock in the morning, which is a good time. You know, on the... you cannot... pause in the... I don't know where I was going with that comment. Okay, this looks good. This looks good. With the few missions, we're starting to get some expertise among our crew. I kind of messed up with this guy. I went ahead and gave this guy a medal. What I was hoping I was going to get was an option to give him the team player bonus, so that he'd get more efficiency whenever the air department was fully manned. I got the generalist instead. And what I don't know is, does this stack with his, 153%? It kind of looks like it does. So I guess that wasn't too much of a waste after all. But I've got one in each department. I don't need the AA guy in AA right now, so I got him in engineering. I do not have an engineering guy yet, and I don't have a medical guy yet. Okay, so in the morning we're going to need probably dive bomber for some ID, and I'm going to want to get fighters up quickly for scouting. I kind of like using the scout missions instead of recon missions for detecting forces. And I think we can just pop on our enhanced radar for our first go.
On the double.
I think this is just our objective. Yeah, locate and destroy the enemy fleets.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
Okay, so we're ready to put our scouts out as soon as dawn comes. In about an hour and a half. I hope it's these two. Or, I don't want to go running over and chasing this guy down, if that's one of the fleets. sometimes these, without it being apparent from the briefing on the map. Okay, let's get our scouts up.
Stand by to start engine.
Sometimes you get these kill X number of fleets missions, and there's a time limit. Popped into one of those earlier where I had to sink 3 fleets within a 24-hour period. And I just don't see how that's possible with the starter carrier here, and I don't have upgraded cards yet, and these are still the base planes, right? The Buffalo, the Vindicator, and the Devastator. And I just don't see how it's possible to... Basically, you'd have to be able to kill an enemy fleet outright in the first strike. Or at least damage it so badly that you're assured success in the second strike, and even that would be sketchy for killing 3 fleets in 24 hours. I mean, it's... Oh, okay. There we go. So we need to get an ID. Well, the first thing... There is a troop ship here. Let's at least stay undetected. And we can send our submarine to go take care of that troop ship. It is going to delay being able to plan the strike for 2 hours. However, these cargo ships often carry modifiers that complicate the airstrike planning.
Time to work.
And meanwhile, we need to go identify that fleet anyway. So it's not like I'm losing time on planning the airstrike.
Start engine. On the double.
I think we can keep our radar going. Right now, I don't have any airstrike missions, so let's get our options here for... I'm going to want 2 airstrike missions going. I just need to make sure I keep at least 1 identify mission. Okay, I'm using scouts mainly for my detection, so I think we can go to add 1 ID here.
Sir.
And then come up here, fella. Ah, this is where I saw what I was talking about in a previous episode. Switch him to airstrike. So I was thinking it just kind of naturally assumed that the lower blue number was sea, surface, Navy, and the upper orange number would be air, and no, this guy is a Navy officer and this guy is an air officer, Navy officer. So it's the upper is Navy, the lower is air, which seems kind of backwards to me. Okay, So we have airstrike missions. We still have an ID mission available. So I think that works. Let's just get some fighters on deck. Could be a counter scout kind of a deal
Issue a fighter
coming
squadron on
up.
the deck.
Or we may need some cap at some point. Probably will need some cap at some point. And I apparently gave these guys kind of a land-based paint scheme again. Need to remember to fix that import.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
Two troop ships. Light carrier, destroyer, submarines. Okay. And how much longer until... Should be about 30 minutes before one of those troop ships is gone. And then we'll be able to start planning our strike. Okay, one troop ship gone. This would be a really nice time to have two submarines.
Full focus now.
Alright, let's start planning a strike here. Huh, these troop ships didn't carry modifiers. Okay. Attack of all maneuvers using torpedo bombers, minus 35%. Disabling defense of all offensive maneuvers. Attack of all offensive maneuvers, minus 15%. Okay, so it's going to be a little rough getting a lot of attack going. It looks like we kind of need to prioritize using dive bombers if we can. I'm just trying to decide which of these targets is the one I should prioritize. I think we better get this destroyer done first. We're probably going to lose some planes on this first go. Okay, so this strategy already is going to be enough to give us destroyed targets. hopefully including this guy. So now we need to load up a little bit on defense, and we have 4 squadrons to do that. My highest defense menu, this one's an 8. That's 2 squadrons though. This one's a 7 for 1 squadron. I think that's pretty good return for the investment of 1 squadron. Let's get him in there. Defense of the previous maneuver plus 125%. So what if we put... That's looking a lot better. And we can still pile a 2 squadron card into number 4. Let's go back and see what happens if we put anvil attack in. Not much, man. That doesn't really help much. Okay. I think I want the defense. I want to lose as few squadrons as possible. And this is probably about as good an effect as we're going to get. Oh, bulwark. Okay. Almost guarantees safety. 1 to 3 are going to be destroyed, and this is a 3-3-0. I think that's pretty good for a first strike. And we've already got 2 of our 3 fighters already on deck.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
That was dive bombers, right? Yes. Okay.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck.
As soon as we make this attack,
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck.
we're going to be detected, and attacks are going to start coming in.
Bomber squadron on the deck.
There is a fire below deck. Sir, damage control is
I
needed.
got a guy on fire.
Sir, a member of your staff requires urgent medical aid.
On your
Have a
command.
DC team
I got a guy on
transport
medical
to the
now.
infirmary.
All right, launch the strike.
Start
Off you
engines.
go.
Sir,
I got guys
a member of
working
your
on it.
staff requires urgent medical aid. Have a DC team transport him to the infirmary.
Fire's being worked on. I'm going to leave the order slot open. Getting the feeling we may be needing the defensive posture pretty soon. And once this strike is off, okay, I'm going to be able to recover fighters, so they can stand by as cap. I think those guys can go into the hangar bay. So we'll queue up respotting for recovery, or just shifting to recovery. Oh, it's already got him. Apparently, the ID has to go into the hangar bay. Interesting. Oh, now we have an option. Okay. Yeah, but I want him to go in the hangar bay anyway.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
And then we will recover the scouting fighters to stay on the flight deck.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
Okay, troop ship and destroyer down. Submarine still okay and took one of the shields off the light carrier. Do have a damaged fighter. That's fine. I always like to watch the cinematics, even though they're usually inaccurate. That looks accurate enough. Wreck the destroyer. Okay, fair enough. And now we're detected. Well, we got a plane crashed on deck, so shift this guy to. There we go. Let's go ahead and prep, plan another strike. Still gimped on torpedo bombers, and we still have that. That's a relatively small effect here, though. Okay, let's go with dive bomber attacks. I remember what the card was for the last one. That one was pretty good. I know I had jinking in there. Zero to one enemy targets, with the one probably being the darn submarine. I need to get both of them. Okay, we've already got safety ensured, so we need to just get in here as much attack as we can over 3 squadrons. This one's 6 attack for 1 squadron. I'll need a torpedo bomber for this. Actually, I've got room for 2 more squadrons. Okay, safety ensured, total destruction. 132 is our composition. And right now we have a grand total. Do we have something else we're covering? No. Okay. And right now we have a grand total of 1 fighter on deck. So we need 3 dive and 2 torpedo. Yeah, we're gonna. These guys are gonna have time to hang out in the Marshall stack. So let's shift to
Clear the flight
launch.
deck and prepare for takeoff.
Double check 132. Okay, 3 dive.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck.
I hope I actually have these planes. I didn't really check that. Now we got plenty.
Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck. Issue a dive bomber squadron on the deck. Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck.
Still have 2 dive bombers in the hangar if a submarine threat pops up. Alright, launch.
Stand by to start engine.
I forgot, did we find the other fleet yet? We did not. Okay. I'm not moving anymore. Just because I haven't told them to go anywhere. Okay. Yeah, we better recover these guys.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
So it took me a while to catch on that once you attack a fleet, boom, you are detected. That recon's, that displayed recon radius, that doesn't matter anymore. What I don't know is, are you detected by all enemy forces? And they share information? And other attacks come in that way? Bottom line, once I kill this enemy fleet, which should be pretty soon, I wonder if I go back undetected, or does the other fleet still know where I am? Right. The obligatory cinematic. I'm sure at some point I'll get tired of watching these, but I haven't reached that point. Yeah, we're bombing the empty ocean. Usually the first cinematic on the first strike on a fleet is close enough. It's the ones afterward that are like, no, that's not what happened there. But anyway, that fleet's gone. I think. Yep. Now we just need to find the other guys. Could be any of these. Oops. I need to head back north to recover the strike. And then we're going to have to... I don't know what the next move is after that. Okay. So what do we have right now on deck? We've got 2 fighters, 3 dives, 0 torpedo. So out of the incoming strike, we will keep 1 fighter on deck, and everything else is going to have to go down below.
An objective has been completed, sir.
New enemy found. Okay. Alright, let's recover this strike. Torpedo down below. Okay, the 1 fighter we can't keep up anyway. Okay. Did I have... I don't really understand what's happening there. Fine, put them all in the... Okay, so we'll have 3 fighter, 3 dive bomber on
Stand by
deck.
to recover aircraft.
And then when this recovery is done and we respot for launch, we need to get an identify mission. Well, first, start heading the other direction. Pretty sure our submarine attack is on cooldown. Well, maybe not. I mean, it says 12-hour cooldowns. It should stop, but I don't see anything ticking down. Respot for launch. Oh, that was just telling us that we're still detected. Still leaving the order slot open. That's a time-late contact there. Okay, carrier under attack by kamikazes. Can wait a little bit on that. Okay, so you're definitely going up here. And got to keep the air department fully manned. Definitely not getting rid of... Take one of the nav guys. Still going half speed. It's alright. I wish there was a way to look and kind of see, okay, how many more squadrons do I have in the air during, you know, once they start recovering. I don't know how to tell how many are left to recover. I mean, if you've got a completely snap, you know, kind of photographic memory of exactly where all your planes are. Okay, so there's still 2 on mission, so 2 left to recover. Something real world to attend to for a moment. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get our defensive posture up.
Same old, same old. Time to work.
And let's put up Saipan's cap. Okay, we're at 8 and 6. I think that works.
Respot the deck. Prepare for launching.
Okay, I want to get these guys identified before dark so that we can plan an airstrike for immediate dawn launch. Which means I need to... Oh, I already planned that, didn't I? Positions might have changed. Let's do that again.
Launch aircraft.
Okay, we're at 8 defense for the carrier, which is what these kamikazes are attacking. I think that's fine. On the other hand, I think we can also get Cap up in time. No reason not to, right? I'm already like 99% sure that 3-plane attack wasn't going to do any damage to us. Aha! Repair ships. And no heavy cruisers. I'm happy to see that. I hate the heavy cruisers. Okay, we're not going to be planning our airstrike before morning anyway. So... yeah, we'll get that repair ship. Submarine. S-type. Meanwhile, where's these kamikazes at? Getting pretty close. Now we're at 10. Cat mission. It should wreck the kamikazes pretty good. Is that cinematic any different from the one you get for just the regular air attacks? They just look like valves. That didn't look very kamikaze-like. Highly doubt we're going to get any more air attacks before nightfall. And by dawn, we should have Saipan's cap back. Oh, let me switch the deck to recovery.
Clear the flight deck. A plane is approaching landing.
And our anti-aircraft guns should be reloaded and maintained and back available again. Yeah. 4-hour cooldown.
On the double.
So we could stay with this configuration until the AA are done, which will be about 1 o'clock in the morning. And we actually don't have any aircraft that need... Well, as soon as we recover this cap, I think we're going to need... No, they're just coming to the deck.
Stand by.
Not damaged, apparently. That's not what I meant. I meant this. Yeah, that's fine.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
Nothing airborne. Respot for launch. And we currently have a 240 configuration. We also need to resupply. I don't see any particular reason not to do that now.
Time to work.
Parachute got popped. Nice job, submarine. And it is 2 o'clock in the morning. I think we can plan our strike. Yeah, you have to actually highlight the target. I'm trying to lead it a little bit. Okay. Ah, nice. See, they had a modifier to disable attack and maneuver 5. So we got rid of that nonsense. I don't see any particular reason not to go straight for the light carrier here, since we don't have modifiers for either of these. Maybe we'll get lucky. I like putting this guy in number 5. I like putting Lone Wolf in number 3. Because then that gives us this card. Okay, and that's 4 squadrons. Now we need to pile in some defense. So jinking is good. 1 squadron, and we get attack in 1 and 5 plus 75%. We do not want to put that in slot 4. Okay. What's the most defense I can get for 1 squadron? Got a 5 here. A 6 for either one of these. Their modifiers don't matter because it'll be in slot 4. And a 6 for this one with a little bit more attack. Okay, we'll go with this. A 1-2-3 configuration. And we currently have 2-4-0. All right. So 2 torpedoes need to go down.
Move the dive bomber squadron.
Not
back to the
torpedoes,
hangar.
dive bombers. And 1... Did I just mess up? I think I did. I need 2... Okay. And 2 fighters need to go down.
Move the fighter squadron back to the hangar.
Okay. And then after that, a whole bunch of torpedoes need to come up.
your fighter squadron back to the hangar. Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck. Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck. Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck.
Does strike still look viable? I think so. I may need to slow down a little bit for the recovery. Oh, what did I mess up? Shit. I've got one too many dive bombers and not enough.
Move the dive bomber squadron back to the hangar.
Well, I screwed that up. I'm going to slow down a little bit. I don't want to outrun the recovery area. I think we should get this respotted in time to launch. He's not very far away. I'm not worried about him running out of the strike area. He said with some amount of hope. Why did I tell him to move the last one? I should have told him to move the forward dive bomber. There was a couple of animations that were unnecessary to wait for. And then we got to push all these planes back.
Admiral, a section below deck has malfunctioned. Send DC teams now.
Issue a fighter squadron.
That guy's
on the
going to
deck.
work on that. Okay, I can queue up the launch now. Push. Push him back. Get him in the front there.
Admiral, a section below deck has malfunctioned.
That was cutting
Send
it way
DC
closer
teams
than
now.
it needed to be. Dude, I'm miscounting what I needed up here. Yeah, that should be fine. I hope. Where's this thing? Oh, yeah. I'm going to keep the order slot open for defense. Do we have... Not that. Okay, we've got the Saipan cap back. And our AA is ready to go. Okay. See, something like this paint scheme is what I thought I was getting. But it's that land plane thing. It's hard to tell the difference between the two on the import view. Okay, there comes a 3-plane air attack. Right.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
Get some fighters up. Go ahead and go to our defensive posture.
Better get to it. Time to work.
General quarters, general quarters. All hands man your battle stations. Already got our AA manned. I wonder if these guys are needed just for the attack itself,
Issue a fighter
or if they're just
squadron on the
needed
deck.
to cut down the cooldown of the reload. Oh, no. You got to have them manned for the defense number. It's an extra +1 per slot. So if I didn't have them there, it'd be +0. Yeah. I knew that. Let's launch some cap. Not going to launch Saipan's cap. I think this will give us plenty. And then we can save the Saipan cap for another attack. Boom! Carrier down. Lost 2 torpedo bombers, though. As I'm about to go into a main mission that has me trying to kill 3 fleets. So before I exit this mission, I need to use the Chicopee's Replenish Squadron ability. But the carrier being down should mean that we shouldn't see another air attack, right? That would seem logical. Another air attack after this one that's coming right now. Okay, as soon as that cap is launched, we need to go to recovery. And I'm not going to bank that we're not going to see another air attack. I'm still not going to use Saipan's cap. I don't see any reason not to just go ahead and no, I still need to head over this way for the recovery of this strike. Make sure I stay inside the recovery area. We're at 8. I think that will do. I couldn't remember if I'd told the deck to go to recovery or not.
by to recover aircraft.
Admiral, we're taking water. You should send DC teams to pump it out.
Awaiting orders.
Oops. Kind of let the time compression zip that one right by. So I guess we took a little bit of flooding there.
Admiral, we're taking water. You should
Yeah,
send
yeah.
DC teams
There's a
to
guy
pump
working
out.
on it.
On the double.
Oh wait, this is fun. I like that. I can take forever to recover the cap. On the other hand, there's no reason not to recover them. Meanwhile, it shouldn't take much of an airstrike to take care of this destroyer, huh? Goodness, I hope not. Let's try to keep it to just dive bombers. Since I'm a little torpedo bomber challenged at the moment. Okay, let's go with that guy. Let's go with my lone wolf. Still a grave risk. Ensures the total destruction. So we got all the attack we need. I think I've got a card here. Defense of adjacent maneuvers plus 150%. Helps if it actually goes in the slot. Safety insured, total destruction. For 2 squadrons. 2 fighter, 2 dive. That's nice. That's a nice little package. Probably have all that on the deck already. Or will. Once everything is recovered. Before I forget,
Stand by to recover aircraft.
Chicopee. Give me some torpedo bombers, bro. There we go. I've probably mentioned this before in a previous episode, but this Chicopee, the game starts you with not 1 but 2 Chicopee Type 2s. If these get sunk, they're not unlocked. You can't buy another one. Not without spending, I think, 4 upgrade points for it. So essentially they give you 2 locked ships at the beginning. Guess I could speed all this up. I also don't think I need to be... I'm going dead slow anyway. Do I need fighters still? Or... Okay, I need to get a squad. Let's respot for launch first.
Respot the deck. Prepare for launching.
And I need to bring up 1 squadron of fighters.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
Okay. So it's seeing those as on deck now, so I can go ahead and queue up the airstrike launch. Off we go.
Stand by to start engine.
And that strike should end the mission, I think. And I believe that they will go and destroy that destroyer, even if an air attack popped up right now. I think they would probably kill the destroyer and end the mission before the aircraft got here. And they're just about there.
Objective has been completed, sir.
And that should be it. No damage. Sweet. Got a few command points, a few renown points, but the main thing is these medals. Okay. Don't want a second ability on him. So we need an engineer and we need a medical. Okay, there's our engineer. And come on, give me a medical. No. Okay, I don't need another AA guy. Well, let me think about that. I have the 2 slots. If they're both AA, the recovery will be that much faster. If I go generalist, then he helps out wherever he goes, though. Yeah, I'm going to go with generalist. Okay. And that's it for this mission. And we've still got a fair amount of time before heading to our main mission to kill 3 fleets down here. But that will do for this episode. Thank you very, very much for watching.